Imagine holding a sheet of material thinner than your finger. You tap it. It feels light, almost delicate. Then someone tells you it's stronger than steel. Not slightly stronger, significantly stronger, and it weighs almost nothing. Your brain doesn't want to believe that, because everything we know about strong things tells us they should be heavy, dense, solid, a steel beam, a concrete wall, an iron safe. Strong things have mass. That's just how it works. Except carbon fiber breaks that rule completely. Think about a rope. A single strand of thread is easy to snap with your fingers, but twist thousands of those strands together, braid them, layer them under tension, and suddenly you have something that can hold the weight of a car. The material didn't change. The structure did. Carbon fiber works on exactly the same principle, but taken to an extreme that feels almost impossible. At the heart of carbon fiber are incredibly thin strands of carbon atoms, bonded together in long, repeating chains. Each individual fiber is roughly 5 to 10 micrometers in diameter. To put that in perspective, a single human hair is about 70 micrometers wide. These fibers are thinner than anything you could see with the naked eye. On their own, those fibers are fragile. You can break one easily, but engineers don't use them alone. The fibers are bundled into tows, then woven into sheets, layer upon layer, each layer oriented in a slightly different direction. Then those layers are locked together with a resin, a kind of rigid glue that holds the whole structure in place. What you end up with is something that looks almost like fabric, but behaves like a completely different category of material. Here's where it gets interesting. When a force hits a solid object like a steel rod, that stress concentrates in one spot. The material has to absorb it all right there. That's why metal can bend, crack, or deform under enough pressure. Carbon fiber distributes that force differently. The woven structure spreads the stress across thousands of fibers simultaneously. No single point takes the hit alone. Now here's the number that changes everything. Steel has a tensile strength of roughly 400 to 500 megapascals. That's the force it can withstand before breaking under tension. High-quality carbon fiber composites can reach 3,500 megapascals or higher. That's 5 to 7 times stronger than steel. And the weight? Carbon fiber is roughly 4 times lighter than steel by volume. That combination shouldn't exist, and yet it does. This is what engineers call the strength-to-weight ratio, and in certain industries, it changes absolutely everything. Take aircraft. Every kilogram you remove from a plane means less fuel burned per flight. Over thousands of flights, that adds up to enormous savings. The Boeing 787 Dreamliner is made of roughly 50% carbon fiber composite by weight. It uses 20% less fuel than comparable aircraft made from aluminum. That's not a small improvement. In aviation, that's revolutionary. Formula One racing cars are almost entirely carbon fiber. Not just for the obvious performance reasons, though a lighter car does accelerate faster and handle better. More importantly, carbon fiber can be designed to absorb crash energy in a very specific way. The safety cell around the driver is built to protect during impact in ways that metal simply can't replicate. Supercars use it to keep weight down while maintaining rigidity. Cycling teams use it for frames that weigh almost nothing but flex in precisely the right direction. Aerospace companies use it for components that face extreme temperature changes and forces beyond anything a car or plane would encounter. The same principle every time. Less weight, more strength, more control over how force moves through the structure. Manufacturing carbon fiber is slow, technically demanding, and expensive. Laying up layers by hand, curing them in pressurized ovens called autoclaves, inspecting every component. It adds up fast. A carbon fiber component that replaces a cheap steel part might cost 10 times more to produce. That's why you don't see carbon fiber in ordinary cars or everyday products yet. The material is extraordinary. The process of making it reliably, at scale, at reasonable cost, is still being solved. So what does all of this tell us? It tells us that carbon fiber doesn't win because it's dense. It wins because of how it's woven, how it distributes load, how thousands of invisible threads work together to resist forces that would destroy metal. Strength doesn't always come from mass. Sometimes it comes from architecture. And the next time you see a racing car, a modern airliner, or a high-end bicycle frame, You'll know that what looks like a thin black shell is actually thousands of layers of carefully arranged carbon atoms quietly doing something that should feel impossible. If this changed the way you think about materials, hit the like button and subscribe to Simple Concepts Explained for more stories about the surprising science hiding in everyday things. See you in the next one.